Good morning, guys. I'm Dan with the Crayon Brotherhood, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time and catch everybody up, what's going on and everything. So, unfortunately, I missed Rendezvous in the Ozarks 2024. So, the reason for that is the rear end on my Jeep's messing up again. Last time they rebuilt it a few months back, they didn't shim it correctly. Now it's got a lot of slack in it. And it's not the best to drive like I'm doing right now. But I've had cabin fever. I just need to get out of the house. I'm just highway driving. With it loose like that, I was definitely afraid of taking it on trails, you know. And a 5-hour drive up there, 5-hour drive back, plus all the time running around on trails up there. I didn't want to risk it. It just was not worth it. So yeah, they didn't shim it correctly, so that's the issue with the rear end. They're just waiting on parts, and it'll be in the shop and get fixed. It's all under warranty. So yeah, everybody, I just wanted to kind of, touch base and let everybody know what's going on. It's a nice, brisk morning, about 45 degrees here. Supposed to get out in the mid 70s, low 80s today. But again, I just kind of wanted to talk to everybody. It's been a while since I made a video for the Overland of America trip, and I just wanted to reach out and talk to folks. This time of year, actually, Rendezvous would have made a 1-year anniversary for me in the overlanding and YouTube world. So I just kind of want to go over just a little recap of everything. From some of the trips I got to go on, the events I got to go to, all the wonderful people I've got to meet, some of the YouTube celebrities I've got to meet. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I would, all day, every day, much rather meet a YouTube celebrity than I would a real celebrity. Hands down. They just seem, they don't seem, they are a lot more humble and a lot more real people, I guess you would say. I'm not saying actors and actresses aren't real people. Don't take it there. They very much are real people. But they're not, I wouldn't say our kind of people, but they're not really approachable, usually. Some of them I hear are very approachable. But again, it's not my cup of tea. They're super famous people like that aren't my cup of tea. And there's probably a handful of YouTubers I really don't care to meet, but there's still a few that I would. Anyway, we're going off on a rant. So, getting on the interstate. I've been fortunate and got to meet quite a few of the quote-unquote famous YouTubers in our genre, the overlanding world. And it's been awesome. They've been awesome. So the people in this genre in general are fantastic. I don't think meeting anyone I've had a bad experience yet. And again, I've only been at it really a year. But I've been to quite a few expos and events. Pardon me, guys. Sun is kicking my butt. There we are. And really got to meet quite a few folks. All the vendors been great. And just the people in general are fantastic. You don't hardly ever hear of problems at overland events. Namely, I believe it's because most of the most of the people are in an age gap between like 35 and 65. The reason I say that is because me and other YouTubers as well has analytics, and the analytics say the age group that watches your videos, and I'd say 97 to 98% of my followers are 35 to 65. And I don't have a lot of followers. I'm at 736, I think, today. I was hoping to shoot for get 1,000 by the year mark, but it's all right. It's been an amazing journey, and I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm going to keep enjoying it. So I think the age group there has a lot to do with it. The level of maturity in that age group is by far greater than what it is in the younger groups. And that was me too when I was that age. So I was no different, especially being a young Marine, quite the immature. But anyway, I just wanted to go over everything. Like, it's been a fantastic year. Starting off with rendezvous in the Ozarks last year, 2023. I got to meet Cavalry Overland, Craig with Ragnar, which is starting a page, I believe, something Valhalla, Till Valhalla, something along those lines. I'll put it in. I know he's got an Instagram under that name, but I'm not sure about a YouTube, which is kind of weird because he kind of films a lot of his trips. I don't know why he don't do it other than just maybe time. He's also a Marine. Craig is. But circle back to Cavalry. Cavalry really has helped me so much. Those guys are a fantastic group, fantastic organization. They take care of their community. Their outreach is fantastic. They go down to the beach at least once a year to do a cleanup. And I wasn't able to make it this year. It was just too far. But man, those guys are great. Every time I've messaged them for, help or advice or whatever, within not long, an hour and a half. I mean, they do have lives. They are busy individuals. They were getting back with me pretty quick. We'll say that. And helping the best they could, or at least pointing me in the direction to someone that could help. And all the events I've attended with them, they've been great. I've got a couple of interviews with a few of them, and they've been great. I can't speak highly enough of those guys. So I met them at Rendezvous, and just the number of folks I met there last year. That's where I got to meet Matt for the first time. Also very approachable, great guy. Couldn't ask for a better, I guess you'd say, YouTuber, overland role model. Very humble, very well spoken, very knowledgeable, but at the same time will call you out when you're messing up. And that's a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people can't handle that. But I'm sorry, I agree with it. If I'm messing up, I want to know, that way I can fix it. And honestly, in this field, we need more of that. He's not rude or disrespectful, but he will let you know when you're messing up. And I say that's good because getting out here doing some of the stuff that you're not supposed to will get trails shut down, get areas shut down. And that hurts everybody, not just him, that hurts everybody. And usually, when something gets shut down, it is very, very difficult to get it back, if ever get it back. So, if he ever calls you out on anything, just accept it, accept you probably, most likely, made a mistake, own it, and fix it, and go from there, move on, learn. If you ain't learning, you ain't growing. If you ain't growing, what's the point? But anyway, yeah, I got to meet him. His wife was, I think she had COVID last rendezvous. Didn't get to meet her until, I don't think I met them till more, or met her till more. But some of the other folks I got to meet there were just really great. A couple of vendors. Pruitt Knives. I got to meet him there last year, and very awesome guy. If you're in the market for a handmade knife, go check out his link. Really great guy. Him and I have been actually corresponding quite a bit lately. I've run into him at every big event I've been to, and he kind of, just a quick touch on his area there. He makes knives out of leaf springs, like Jeep leaf springs, Toyota leaf springs, and I think he's dabbling into some 3/4 ton stuff. Don't hold me to that. And if you comment on here and let me know if I'm right or not. But yeah, he forges them out of leaf springs of vehicles, so that's pretty neat. So go check out his stuff if you're in the market for a new knife. They're all fixed blades, can wear varying in different lengths. So yeah, I got to meet him. Did an interview with him at Overland of America. And after rendezvous, that's speaking of, so I got to run 2 of the Overland of American trails. That were done by Matt and his wife. And I can't remember the name of the trails offhand, but I'll try to put some clips in here. And that was my real first off-roading in the Ozarks trails, and man, was it an experience. Tore up my rails that I had because they were steps, and I knew then going up there that I was going to tear them up if I got into anything because they were thin. And but it kept it off the body, so that's all I needed to do. And that was a good trip all the way around. So after rendezvous last year, I knew I had to get some rails made, and I did. We'll touch on that here in a little bit. I had some custom ones made for my Jeep. I haven't done a review on them yet. I really haven't used them other than as steps. I mean, they're well made. Anyway, we'll circle back. So I had some rails made to replace those. The Jeep's come a long way. We'll go over all that here in a little bit. Another one of the trips I was on was with Downs, Josh Downs. And we went to the Ouachitas from one of them. Actually, quite a few of them, actually. And let's see, what else? Yeah, we went to the Ouachitas about 3 times. And then we did a birthday trip with the group of guys I met at Rendezvous. Mark, which y'all seen him again at the... You really see him the first time at Rendezvous getting stuck on that hill. It was wet. It was just a little damp, and man, he just could not get up that hill. Just couldn't do it. His wheelbase really hurt him on that one. He's got that little 2-door Bronco. Very capable vehicle. That, you know, we made some jokes about it then, but he proved himself on several trips that it's very, very capable. So don't underestimate the Bronco. Sean, he don't have a channel. He's got a Instagram, but he come out on the birthday trip. We also seen him do a 3-wheel at Rendezvous last year. And Jay's Gladiator actually come a long way. He was there at Rendezvous and the stock Mojave, white Mojave. And then he done the birthday trip with me on the Beach Creek Trail. Sean and Mark also, and Craig Downs. We were all there. But yeah, I think he's got a little lift on it now. Some different tires and wheels. And he did a back half. He pulled the bed off and did a whole back half on his. Freaking nice rig. It's coming along really well. Also very capable. There went a little 2-door Rubicon there. But so after the few trips that we went on there, the Washitals and everything, and Josh, and ended up going with his dad too. Ended up reaching out to another YouTuber that at the time was small like me. He's actually kind of blowed up a little bit. Real happy for him. He's come a long way in a short amount of time. He puts out really good videos. Is Big Rock Overland. If y'all don't follow him, go check out his page. They recently went from a sport Gladiator to a Rubicon they call Firefly, because it is highlighter yellow. It is a awesome color, really bright. I wish I'd have been able to find one in that color for my Crayon Brotherhood. That would have been great. But I ran across what I ran across, got what I got. But yeah, go check out their videos, man. They put out some awesome content and quite regular. I think they're up to one a week now, at least. I want to say. I might be wrong about that. It might be every 2 weeks. Got to meet them, went on some trips with them guys. We're supposed to meet them at Rendezvous this year, but again, wasn't able to make it. Fantastic group, him and his wife. You know, I'm actually not sure if they're married, engaged or not. Not sure about their marital status. So him and Kayla, we'll say that. So him and Kayla, and yeah, they're always hosting events up there in the Ozarks, getting people together and running trails, and they do some fun stuff. I've been on a few of them together. We went and seen the tower last year, that overlook tower in the Washitals and stuff. Yeah. Got to hang out with them, and then we went up to the Ozarks a little ways. Let's see, what else? Oh, at Moore this year, I met Kyle. Kyle don't put out any videos, but I do, you know, film his stuff pretty heavily when he's with us, because his Jeep is just, watching it is just awesome out there on crawling on the rocks and playing. It just standing there static. It don't look like much, like a 3-inch lift, 3.5 maybe. And man, he'll get that thing out there, and it's got that Rusty's, I want to say long arm 4-link on it, and it just articulates so well. It is such a fantastic rock crawler and a daily. It looks like a regular Jeep, but don't let it fool you. It is not. It is very, very capable. I think it's a 2018 Rubicon with a Rusty's off-road rock crawler suspension under it, and it is awesome. So I just got to my destination. I'll bring you back here in a minute. All right, so I made it up here. So yeah, I play golf in my downtime. I'm not any good at it, but through the power of editing, I'm gonna look like a pro. It's just something I do to get out of the house when I can't go out camping and stuff. Come up here and play a little golf. Like I said, I'm terrible at it. I've only been at it a few months. Say back in May of this year is when I started. Oop, let me fix the camera. There we go. So, yeah, not any good at it. But it's something to do. Get out here and walk, because when you play like I do, you chase the ball everywhere, so you get a lot of steps in. To the right. All right. So like I said, I'm not any good. But anyway, back to the overlanding. Yeah, Corey and Kayla, they're great. So Kyle is another guy I got to meet, and freaking awesome guy. Great to be around. Like I said, I haven't met anybody that isn't awesome to be around. Been on a few trips with him. He was one of the ones that come to Overland of America with me and helped me scout the trails. Oh wow, I did. There it is, way over yonder. I'm probably 60 yards from the green. Mike, he was only time we done any trails was at Rendezvous last year. He was at the Rendezvous this year. We were supposed to run together again. He's another Marine. Great guy. But yeah, man, just so many good people. And not to mention Robbie and Chris from Overland of America. Those guys are just fantastic. They went out and, took a big risk on me to scout out their trails and map the area for them. And man, I really appreciate it. And I really am thankful they liked the results of everything. So those guys are great. Freaking just couldn't ask for a better group of guys. Patrick, you don't see him in too much stuff. I think he's more of a kind of behind the scenes stuff. He's in a few of their little drop-in videos here and there, or I haven't seen him if he's in more videos. He's the third guy to Overland of America, and also another great guy. Freaking all three of them, man, all three of them are fantastic. Yeah, their event was phenomenal, through the roof. Couldn't ask for anything better, especially for our first year. And I'm sure I've met a ton more people that I'm just not thinking of right now, and I apologize if I have. Well, I know for sure Arkansas Off-Road Adventures and Dirt Rock and all those guys. I met them at Moore. I met Arkansas Off-Road Adventures through Corey, and that's another two good YouTubers you should go watch. Michael from Off-Road Adventures, Arkansas Off-Road Adventures, is pretty much just starting out. He's not been doing this very long on filming. He's been jeeping for a good while. Well, I've been smashing it today on the driver. I just can't hear anything else. Almost went in the water. Yeah, those two are great to go watch. So go check out their stuff. And Dirt Rock, they do a lot of different stuff. He builds a lot of their equipment himself. I also got to meet Tim from Heavy Metal Off-Road. If you're in the market for a rack, he's not sponsoring me in any way, shape, or form, but if you're in the market for a rack, go check it out. If you're wanting a steel rack, I don't know if he messes with the aluminum ones yet, but he's won a couple of like a SEMA awards with his rack. Freaking awesome stuff. And he's building a rock bouncer, it looks like. I forget what he called it. but he's going to have one of his racks on it and a rooftop tent while he competes. So that's pretty cool. Nothing like blading one with your 60 and putting it about 40 yards over the green. But yeah, that's just probably a handful of people I've met. And I've got to meet a bunch of fans. That was awesome and interesting, you know, first time for me and everything. And very humbling. Got to talk to some fans at Moore and at Overland of America. Got to talk to some fans there. It's been a great year, guys. It really has, and I am very happy of where it's going or gone. So to kind of touch on the things I plan on this year is a few more trips, you know. Try to go on a few more trips than I did last year. Meet more people. Just go out and relax, have a good time. Last year I kind of stressed myself a little bit. I mean, the first year I was in it, I was trying to put out 2 videos a week, and I did for like almost 9 months. I put out 2 videos a week, and man, I was just running myself ragged for it. So I'm not saying I won't put out 2 videos a week this year, because there's probably going to be times that I do, but it's not going to be a goal. Once I start getting out and camping again, I'll try to at least do 1 video a week for sure. And that way I can enjoy the camping process, the unwinding, and you know, the reason I got into it. I enjoy the editing, and I enjoy the making the videos. But what I wasn't enjoying was the reviews. So yeah, guys, I wasn't enjoying the reviews. I'm not saying my reviews wasn't honest and open. They were, very much so. And they will continue to be honest and open. If I do review a product, it is my honest and my honest outlook on the product. If it's good or not, or the problems with it. And I will continue to be that way, no matter if I do get a sponsorship or something or whatever. If I don't like it, I don't like it. I'll tell you guys. And I plan on doing that here and there. I was getting a product out of my own pocket, which nothing's wrong with that, and using it a couple of times, giving y'all a review, and I still stick by those. Everything I reviewed, I still stand by. But I was buying something once a week just to keep up with it, and was running myself broke on stuff that I, you know, could have waited on, this, that, and another. So I wasn't enjoying that part of it, of doing the reviews. It's not as fun. I mean, I will do them, but they're just not as fun, obviously, as going out and filming, you know, camping and everything. There's nothing wrong with the reviews. Like I said, I stand by my reviews, but they're just not fun to do. And doing them once a week was just, I didn't enjoy it. Y'all gonna see me putt terrible here. But yeah, if I was to get a sponsorship or something, obviously I would do reviews on their product, you know. But it's not something that I look forward to doing, like I do the camping. It's just, I don't know. And if I do buy a product, you know, I will review it. But I'm not going to go back to buying products once a week. Wow, that was way off. Just to review it. Whew, this is a heck of a slope. So this is for par. Well, see if I can manage a bogey. Probably not, probably double. Ground's wet. Oh, bogey. Bogey and a par 3. So yeah, my plan is to try to do a video a week. Mostly camping stuff. If I can get my Jeep fixed. That's the plan for that. And as far as the Jeep, I've got to get some tires. I've put 30,000 miles on that thing this year, or just shy. I've put 25,000 actually. Yeah, I've put 25,000 miles on it this year, and it won't be long. I'll have to get some tires, and I would like to get a lift. Probably a Rusty's is what I'm shooting for. Saving up a little money here and there for it. Seems like every time I save up something, though, something comes up. I'm sure you've seen in quite a few of my videos, we're remodeling our house little by little when we can. So I'm sure some of y'all have been through remodels and stuff, so that pretty much eats up all my extra ducats whenever my wife decides we're going to do something. But yeah, that's the plan for this year. I'm going to definitely hit the expos again that I hit this last year. Then I hit some more trips. I'm trying to do a couple group trips. I got a trip coming up this next month for sure for Veterans Day up at Hot Springs Off-Road Park. And it's with a Jeep club. Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that. I met the guy. I don't think he's the host, but he invited everybody from the Jeep Talk Show page to it. So I'm going to go to that. The off-road parks are kind of fun. You get to just go out there and play and meet people and have a good time. And of course I'll do some filming of it, but that's the Veterans Day next month. So if any of y'all are in the area, more than 10, it's the weekend. Well, they're going up there Wednesday before Veterans Day and staying through the weekend also before Veterans Day. But they're calling it the Veterans Day event or trip or something like that. I have to look into it. But yeah, I plan on doing that, and like I said, squeezing in some more trips. Man, I'm really looking forward to getting out into the woods. It's like today, it's nice and cool. It'd be great to be out there. Great. Would love to have been waking up out there right now. Well, earlier. Wouldn't say right now, but really looking forward to it. I'm gonna try to get the wife in on some more trips, maybe with her Jeep. She had a good time last year. She enjoys the mud and stuff more than the rocks, so we'll have to see. Might just go find some places to go camp and not worry about too much of the hardcore trails. So, but she had a good time. Yeah, and as far as, again, my Jeep, I'm going to try to end up getting a full-size rack of some sort. I really, Tim, don't cuss me for this, I really want one of the extrusion racks, the aluminum ones. Well, I think they only make aluminum, but that's what I'm shooting for, is a full-size rack. You know, will it happen? I don't know. Will I end up getting something else? Maybe. We'll see. but that's what I'm shooting for. I'm also shooting to go with a set of those Patagonia, same tires Matt's running. He's getting good mileage out of them. So they're not loud running down the road. So I got 37s. I'm probably gonna stay with 37. Apparently you can get a 38, but the way I've got it set up right now, my spare is a 37 and it's tucked up underneath there, and I don't have the notched bar, so I'm gonna stick with the 37s. Now if I'm able to get the 4-link from Rusty's, it gets rid of that bar and it won't matter. This is a triangulated 4-link. You don't need a panhard bar. So we'll just have to see how that goes. With the full-size rack, I'm going to try to get a different tent. Most likely going to hang on to my Mini and keep it on the trailer. But I think I'm going to go with I get them mixed up. Is mine a clamshell or the other one's a clamshell? Kind of like Matt's is now. And Robbie's. What's it? Corey's is also the same flip up kind. Different brands, but kind. I'm gonna try to get one of those. It's a little smaller, and it's aluminum. And I'm not gonna drag my trailer through trails and beating up on it. So aluminum rooftop tent, I think it's gonna be the way for me to go, because I don't care about limbs. I don't care about low hanging branches and stuff. If it'll fit, it'll fit. And I'm kind of hard on the equipment, so I want it to last. I mean, I take care of it, but if there's a trail and I can go down it, I want to go down it. So, and I'm going to look into having my buddy Paul, the one that made my rails, I'm looking in to make me a custom roof rack, because he makes them for side-by-sides, but a custom roof rack to go in front of the tent, to kind of sloped a little bit. So one, to catch air and push it over the front of the square nose tent, and 2, for LED bars on the front and the sides. I don't know if y'all have looked at the LED bars for the Mojaves. The mounting system, not a fan because of the hood. They're more expensive because I guess the 392 uses the same hood and everything, so they're more expensive. And I just really can't decide on one just for a mounting bracket, so I figure I'll have him build me something custom. You know, one off is always the way to go anyway. So anyway, let me hit the ball. Paul's another one. He Jeeps. He's got a really awesome I want to say a 10 or a 12 model JK with a 6.0 in it. Gnarly lift kit. It's a crawler. It's a daily. It could be a daily, but it's a crawler. It's set up for crawling. But he has a fab shop here in town that's powder coating and fab work. So if you need anything custom done, bumpers, racks, rails like mine, give him a call. PNC Fab out of Texarkana, Texas. Again, not sponsored. He's just a friend of mine and does really good work. So he built my trailer. What do you say you could do that for? If you have a trailer, if you just want the rack powder coated, installed for $600. So again, not sponsored, just a friend. Give him a shout out for a friend. He's always done really good work for me, and I appreciate it. So if I can get him some business, I will. So $600 for taking a little trailer and making it into a rooftop tent trailer. Yeah, man, you can't beat that. That was gusseted, piping, powder coating, everything. He hadn't powder coated mine yet, but that's on me. I haven't gotten it back up there. I needed it, so I just rattle canned it. So, but yeah, you can't beat that. He'll build it to your specs or whatever you want. Mine I set up real high because of my annex. So if you want it lower, that's fine. Also can do that, but I forget his color chart. You'd have to call him. He's got countless colors, so y'all be sure to check that out. So that's kind of the plans so far. I've got with the Jeep, and this year's itinerary, I guess you'd say. I've got a new camera. I've had it a couple months now. Really hadn't been out on a lot of trips with it, and the few times I have, I've messed it up. It's Overland of America. The exposure was way off. I had it way too bright. So I'm sure that y'all were like wondering what was going on with the video there, me walking through and everything. The exposure was way off. So I had to go in and edit every scene to try to get it close. It was bad. So learning how to use it, it's one of my tools that I need to learn how to use it. I'm used to these GoPros. That's what I'm using right now. And yeah, they're just hit the button, let her go. So this Sony, what is it, ZV-E10. A little more complicated. You just got to know what everything does. And exposure, how to fix that. I didn't even notice it until John pointed it out. So again, I'm used to GoPro. Click it, let her go. So I kind of got a love-hate relationship with these GoPros. We'll get back on that in a minute. Okay, so we've duffed a couple of shots since I last spoke to you. It's been bad. I'm gonna blame it on the wind. Can't be because I'm terrible at this. But anywho, yeah, so that's kind of my plans for this year, guys. I really hope I get out and meet. Sorry, that was a squirrel. Really hope I get out and get to meet y'all guys. It's always good to meet folks. I am a social butterfly, according to my wife, so I like meeting new people. So, you know, with any luck, we'll get to achieve at least half of my goals. Really, I wouldn't be upset for just more time out in the woods. That's it. That's really all I need. Everything else is a plus. So that's really my goal, is just to get out there more. I'd like to go to Colorado this year and all that good stuff, but there's still so much around me that I haven't got to see. So that's my main goal. Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, all those places are full of trails and places to go visit, waterfalls and creeks, rivers, old buildings, all that kind of stuff. I'm just looking forward to. So, but yeah, guys, I really hope to be able to put out some better content this year. I've been, you know, sitting, playing with the editing software and Photoshop and this, that, and another. Just trying to hone my craft. I'm, you know, 41 and just getting into this a year ago. So, never messed with DaVinci. Messed with Photoshop back in 06. That's how long ago it was. 06. And just that year, that was the only time I played with it. So this is all a learning curve, and you know, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, I'm trying. So just been trying to learn everything. I've been watching other people's videos on locations, because there's so much stuff out there you just don't hear about, don't know about until somebody posts something about it, and you're like, wow, how have I've lived in this area my whole life and never even heard of this. Like somebody posted the other day on TikTok, my wife ran across it, Chapel of the Ozarks. Man, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. I like to go up there in that area and check that out. It's up in Missouri. There's some other places she found that other creators have put out. Waterfalls up in the Ozarks. And so that's what I'm looking forward to. Just going out and having some adventures. And don't completely live vicariously through us creators, guys. Go out and make some adventures of your own, man. It is so important to go out and live the dreams. Make time to go out. It's better than regretting it later. Because wow, there's just so much this just my area, not just mention the country, just my area. And I grew up here my whole life that I had no idea about. Not a clue. And, you know, checking out Matt's videos and stuff like that, freaking kind of brought it to the light. And then checking out other folks' videos really brought it to light. But, yeah. Be sure y'all are out there doing the same. Go out there, living your life, living your dreams. Don't just rely on us. Oh, but anyway, guys, I'm finishing up out here, so I think I'm gonna sign off. And looking forward to seeing y'all guys out on the trail. And like I said, don't rely on us all the time. Be solely vicariously living through us. Get out there and make some experiences of your own for you and your family. It's too enjoyable not to. So, guys, until next time, simplify and God bless.